Okay, so I did a video letting you guys know that Kawhi Leonard had surgery on his ACL. And I speculated that he should return back soon and somewhere like around the start of the NBA season. As I done research on this, there's a possibility Kawhi Leonard could miss. There's a lot of people out there that's thinking that he'll probably return in December. There's some people out there that's thinking about he may not return until after the All-Star break. So I need to correct myself in saying, wow, my timetable was totally off. So I want to apologize for that. But I also stated in that video that knowing Kawhi Leonard, how he had injuries in the past, particularly with the San Antonio Spurs, he's going to be very cautious. He's not going to rush back to the court. And he's on his own timetable. Now, the doctors may say you can return back in December, but knowing Kawhi Leonard, he'll probably return much, much later. Okay? So I want to clarify that. The next thing I want to talk about is free agency for the Los Angeles Clippers. How this affects the Los Angeles Clippers in free agency. The Los Angeles Clippers, in my opinion, do not have enough cap flexibility to get another superstar to form their own big three. Okay, because they got to sign Kawhi back, and they're gonna max him out. Okay, because they maxed out Paul George. All right, so there's not a lot of money there to get another third wheel or a third banana or a third superstar. Now, there have been reports out there that, particularly in the rumor mill, that they're going to get Dame Dollar. I don't see that. They're going to have to give up so many assets plus a superstar of their own to even entertain the notion of getting Dame Dollar. I just don't see that happening. There's some people out there that are stating that maybe Ben Simmons, maybe the Philadelphia 76ers may swing a trade with the Los Angeles Clippers, okay? And that's going to require the same type of issues in front of the Clippers. They're going to have to give up so much for a Ben Simmons when you talk about their future draft picks, as well as giving up either a star or a couple of their good players. I don't see that happening. I feel like the solid thing that's a possibility, that's a lot of people that are not talking or focusing about, is the possibility of maybe they're getting Alonzo Ball to maybe a 1-year contract and hopefully sign him next summer to a longer contract, get him somewhere close to max dollars. Depending on how the salary cap land is next summer, you never know. They may give franchises more money, or they may give franchises less money. You just never know. I feel like that's more of a solid reach than a Dame Dollar or maybe trading for Ben Simmons. I just don't think those options are viable for the Los Angeles Clippers, because they're going to have to give up so much, and they may be a little bit better, but they're nowhere near as better if they would have kept what they already had in-house. Okay, so I feel like Alonzo Ball will be a piece that's that they can probably get, maybe sign him to a 1-year contract, let him kick the tires around, and how they do, with Jerry West in the front office. He really takes care of his players. So they'll welcome him in with open arms, and letting him know, like, look, even though this is a 1-year contract, we're going to take care of you at the end of this contract. So, and I just don't, and there's, some reports out there that Alonzo Ball may wind up with the Lakers, and I kind of want to co-sign to that, but the same group of people that were in the front office, like Rob Pelinka, are still there, and I don't know what type of relationship they have with Alonzo Ball, his agent, in the front office of the Los Angeles Lakers. It may be dire, or it may be somewhat friendly, lukewarm type of friendly. But nevertheless, they did traded Alonzo Ball to the New Orleans Pelicans to get Anthony Davis. So there may be some, maybe a little hostility from the Ball camp. Now remember now, his father was technically his mouthpiece and somewhat of an agent, and he put a lot of pressure on his son when he was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, talking about he was going to be better than Steph Curry, yada, yada, yada. And he had to fight through those demons that were those barriers that his father put in front of him. Now, ever since he's been with the New Orleans Pelicans, he's not under the big baller brand. He signed a Nike deal, has his own agent, and speaks his own mind. So maybe, he has his own philosophy, and maybe that philosophy is more appealing to the front office of the Los Angeles Lakers. But like I said yesterday, he wants to go back west. He really doesn't care what Los Angeles team, what California team signs him. He's just a West Coast type of guy. Even though the Bulls and the New York Knickerbockers have the most money when you compare them to teams out west, that's his preferred spot. So he rather just play for a team on the west side than getting max money anywhere else. Okay, and that's what a lot of people are speculating. So I feel like the two teams that are in the running are the Lakers 1, and the Clippers 2. But I give a slight edge to the Clippers because they may. I feel like when you match Alonzo Ball, and the only reason why I might give them a slight edge is when you match Alonzo Ball skill and his talent, and you match it with when you match it up with the Los Angeles Clippers, I feel like that's a better play style and matchup for Alonzo Ball than going to the Lakers. And I'm not saying the Lakers, him fitting with the Lakers wouldn't work. I'm just saying it'll probably work a little bit better with the Clippers than it will with the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay. Obviously, the Clippers are going to have to find a trade partner for Patrick Beverley if they want to sign him to a long-term contract. And I feel like the Clippers done had enough with the Patrick Beverley experience. I feel like they're, before, if I see it like this, if they can't get Alonzo Ball or any other hot point guard in free agency, or just a star in free agency, they're going to pretty much let Patrick Beverley, they'll just go ahead and play along with Patrick Beverley. But if Patrick Beverley gets worse, then they'll probably just trade Patrick Beverley, and he'll just be the last player under that Doc Rivers regime where they had that roster without an all-star. And he's probably going to be playing for another team, because I feel like the Clippers haven't seen enough of Patrick Beverley, and they're kind of getting somewhat irritated and tired of Patrick Beverley behavior, and he just doesn't perceive himself. He's a real sore loser, particularly with the Phoenix Suns, with the last seconds ticking into that final game, how he pushed Chris Paul behind the back, even though there's no malice in it. He was just a sore loser. Okay, so and they just had enough of him, and this is the best you're going to get out of Patrick Beverley, and Patrick Beverley is not going to get any better. All right, so I can see the Clippers trying to get Alonzo Ball or trying to get another talented player to help them along the way when Kawhi Leonard gets fully healthy and when he feels like he should return to court. I feel like I just don't see nothing there that suggests that he's going to sign elsewhere. And when I'm talking about I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard. I feel like he's going to get a max contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. I feel like out of all the teams, the Los Angeles Clippers have been very patient, has been very loyal to Kawhi Leonard. So I just don't see Kawhi Leonard going any other place. The reason why he was a one and done with Toronto, I just don't think he was that type of. I just don't think he liked that city as much as going back out west. He's from the west, so he has a home in the west, and I feel like with all said, and the only way I can see him leaving the Clippers if there's some bad blood between him or the coaching staff, which I just don't see it, or him with the front office, and I still don't see it. They've been very patient and loyal to Kawhi Leonard, and they're probably Kawhi Leonard is going to re-sign and re-up with the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's going to stay put, but they do need another talented player or another star while they wait on Kawhi Leonard returning back from injury. Okay, so that's all I got for today. And like I said, when I did the video yesterday, I guess my math skill wasn't on point. And I don't know why I said he should have returned the start of the season. Obviously, I just, I don't know what, maybe I was tripping. I don't know. But nevertheless, I had to correct myself. But like I said, a lot of people are speculating December. And if you look at Kawhi Leonard's history, particularly with his injuries, he takes a little bit longer. It would not shock me around December you start hearing reports of him returning after the All-Star break. Okay, so that's all I got for today. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Deuces.